I eat the same 3 meals every day. It's the best decision I've ever made.
Why would you do that?
Ask my best friend, Chat GPT.
My relationship to food has really changed when I was diagnosed.
Easy carbs to process.
Kitchen was my worst nightmare.
I have hormonal acne.
I hate cooking.
Hi! Welcome back. Today I'm gonna take you with me through what I eat in a day, except this is what I eat every day. In this video, I'm gonna share the easiest and healthiest recipes I know, but also answer a few questions like why would you do that? Aren't you missing any nutriments? How did you come to this and did it for over a year? Things like that. And bonus, every meal is gonna have a full breakdown of how many carbs are in each. So let's get started with my favorite meal of the day, breakfast. My breakfast has 3 parts: my collagen smoothie, energy shot, and a muesli bowl. For the smoothie, I blend 1 banana, 50 grams of berries, coconut milk, a little water, and chia seeds. Once everything is smooth, I stir my collagen and that's it. Done in under 2 minutes with a total of 26 grams of carbs. Next, my muesli bowl. I mix 10 grams of dark chocolate chips, 10 grams of muesli, a few almonds and some chia seeds. Then pour in coconut milk and top it with 30 grams of blueberries. Another quick prep and it adds up to 17 grams of carbs. Finally, I grab my energy shots, which I prep in advance for the whole week, usually on Sundays. I just blend oranges, lemons, ginger, and turmeric for a total of 7 grams of carbs per shot. Prepping them takes about 10 minutes for the entire week. Altogether, this breakfast comes to 50 grams of carbs. I love this breakfast because it's simple, quick, and healthy. The smoothie is just so yummy and lets me take my collagen without even noticing it. My muesli bowl keeps me full until lunch, and the energy shot is packed with vitamin C and anti-inflammatory ingredients, which I try to include as much as possible to help with my acne healing. For this meal, since I'm having 50 grams of carbs, I'm gonna produce 5 units of insulin. In the morning, I'm pretty much at 1 unit per 10 grams, so it's pretty easy to figure that one out. May be wondering, why would you do that? There are many reasons. The first one being, I hate cooking. Really hate it. Always has. I hate it even more when I have to decide what to cook. I naturally gravitated toward the same meals over and over again. And one thing that I noted was the decision fatigue that came with choosing a new meal every day usually led to unhealthy habits. Because I would go over to my fridge, I would think, I don't know what to eat, I don't want to cook, I'm hungry, and the choices were always either I don't eat at all, I just close the fridge, go back into the couch and skip a meal, which is really bad, or I would go for the easy fast food, grab and go, potato chips, or I don't know, anything that I would just open up and eat right away. And usually it's not that great. So basically that decision fatigue always led to bad choices. So I decided to erase that. If I don't have a choice, I cannot make a bad choice. Plus, if you eat the same thing every day, you're gonna have the same groceries. And it just goes the same groceries, same list. You buy the same thing every time, so you don't gravitate towards the snack aisle when you go grocery shopping or stuff like that. You just know where to go, puff, 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 and it's done. And the last thing that is really obvious to me, maybe to you, but not to a lot of people, is type 1 diabetes. I got diagnosed a few years back, and since then I had to count my carbs. It can be quite challenging when you're first starting and you're not really good with math. For me, eating the same meal every day means basically the same carbs in each meal. So I just know that meal is X amount of carbs, that breakfast is X amount of carbs. So for me, it's way easier. And it's just overall a huge gain of time. I'm saving so much time, but not thinking about what I have to eat, what I have to cook, and plus I only choose meals that are not really hard to cook because, once again, I hate it. So it's just 10 minutes meal, cut, cook or fry or whatever, and it's done. That's life-changing, especially for someone like me. Kitchen was my worst nightmare. Now it's kind of easy. For lunch, I eat a salad that mixes lamb lettuce, cherry tomatoes, soy nuggets, boiled eggs, blue cheese, and flaxseed. I start by boiling an egg for 10 minutes, and then I start on the soy nuggets. I just cook them in a little bit of butter, and I like to make them really golden and crispy. Then I start cutting the cherry tomatoes. I really love cherry tomatoes specifically because they are so sweet. And I cut a little bit of cheese. This one is really creamy. And then I put everything together. I usually wait a little bit before putting the egg and soy nuggets because I don't really like having them hot inside a cold salad, but that's just me. I add flaxseed, salt, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. This olive oil is so good. My mom brought it back to me from Spain and I've been really loving it. And here you go. A less than 15 minutes delicious salad with only 25 grams of carbs, 15 in the soy nuggets and 10 from the tomatoes and the balsamic, which is a little bit more sugary than regular vinegar. I add 50 grams for a green apple and 10 grams for 2 squares of dark chocolate.
You might be wondering if I'm missing any nutriments. The truth is, I wanted to make sure that I had everything. So I asked my best friend, Chat GPT, and here is what I did. I explained to him that I was a type 1 diabetic, so I wanted something with easy carbs to process. So no pasta, no bread, no pizza and stuff like that. I wanted something really healthy and balanced. I wanted him to check that I had all my nutritional intake in one day. Also, a little bonus that I throw in there is that I have hormonal acne and I really wanted a diet that not only wouldn't hurt my skin but also would help reducing the inflammation. So I incorporated a lot of small things that are helping with lowering the inflammation in the body and also helping with hormonal balance. So basically I told him everything I was eating that was close to something a little bit healthy, what I liked, what I didn't like, what my body couldn't process, anything like that. And it came up with a plan and I basically tested it out, adapted it and made a few changes until I came up with the perfect day of 3 meals. Also something that would satisfy my sweet tooth and didn't leave me feeling empty. Also, what is really great with those 3 meals is that they are really easy to meal prep for busy weeks. So if you don't have time to cook, you can easily do 1 or 2 batches during the week.
For dinner, I usually have snack salmon with fried broccoli. I start by cooking the broccoli in boiling water. I cook them long enough to be a little soft but still crunchy at the core. While they're cooking, I start on cutting the salmon. I usually put up a pan ahead with butter to really get that almost burn butter. When the broccoli are ready, I just take them out, empty the water and leave them aside. Put a little bit of butter and bring them back in to kind of fry them a little bit more because I really like them almost a little bit burned. I add salt and then once the other pan is really hot and the butter is starting to bubble, I throw in the salmon and leave it cooking on the same side for a good few minutes so it can really have that snacked texture. Once it's really crisp on one side, I just turn them around, and that's usually at this point that I add the broccoli with the salmon, adding a generous amount of whipped cream, and I just stir everything together for a few seconds. Another option beside water that I've been really liking without any carbs is pulco. It's real lemon zest. It's really refreshing with a lot of ice cube and gives me a little bit of options when I'm tired of drinking plain water because it's really boring. For dessert, I usually have 2 tangerine and again 2 pieces of dark chocolate. Sometimes I can switch the dark chocolate with another sweet if I don't want to have dark chocolate again. That's basically it. Less than 15-minute meal. I only have 10 grams of carbs with the broccoli, 10 with the tangerine, and 10 grams with the dark chocolate. 30 grams of carbs total. That's kind of a light meal for the night.
So for this meal, I have around 30 grams of carbs, and I'm gonna do 2.2 of insulin because my needs are much lower at night. So I'm not at 1 for 10 like during the day. All right, here we go. Bon appétit!
Dinner was amazing, as always. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's really great. Sometimes you just have to go beyond the looks and just trust that it's gonna be great. And that's one of those meals. It's not aesthetically pleasing, but it's mousely pleasing.
Whoa.
Orally pleasing? But it's taste buds pleasing. Along with many things, my relationship to food has really changed when I was diagnosed. I used to eat whatever I wanted without a care in the world whether it was healthy or not. I didn't even know what a carb was. So needless to say, I was really confused when I was explaining my condition. If there's one thing that type 1 diabetes has brought me is the fact that now I've been eating the healthiest of all my life. That's something. So that's basically my day and every day of my life, and I still love it. I think I would say I eat pizza like once or twice a year. That's like a big deal for me. The pizza better be good. Overall, I'm really glad with that decision, and if you ever want to try something like that, I would say be flexible and just try stuff out, see what works for you, what doesn't, and it doesn't have to be that strict. You can have today's plan and just change it up every other day. That could work for you. Did I mention that I hate cooking? I think I did. Which means that basically everything I did today, I didn't do that good of a job at cooking it because I hate it. I'm not really good at it. So I have great hopes that you can take whatever you can take from this video and make it 10 times better. Because it's not hard to be better at cooking than me. So that's a good thing for you. Anyway, whether you're diabetic or not, this option exists because you have free will, and it's a really easy way to simplify your life. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you really soon. Bye!
You?
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. Yeah, diabetes. Taste buds pleasing.
Taste buds?
Taste buds. Arrangement. Et je suis une bad bitch ou je suis pas une bad bitch en fait?
T'es pas une bad bitch.
Là, je vais me coucher. Let's go to bed now. Beep.